Using function notation, write a slope-intercept equation for the line containing 3, -1 and 4, -2. Before we begin, let's see what we're looking for. We need to have our final answer in function notation, and it also needs to be in slope-intercept form. However, we're given 2 points on the line, not the slope and the intercept. So we'll need to use the point-slope form, y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. We'll use this to find the equation of the line, and then we'll solve for y and then write it in function notation. Now what we need to fill in for this is a point, x sub 1, y sub 1, and we actually have 2 points to choose from, and we also need the slope. So before we begin substituting in this equation, we need to calculate the slope. The slope is m equals, and this would be the change in y over the change in x. -2 minus -1, -2 minus -1, divided by the change in x, which would be 4 minus 3. And that would be -2 minus -1 is -2 plus 1, or -1 divided by 1, which is -1. So after I found the slope, I can substitute in here. I have y minus, now y sub 1, I can choose either point. I'll choose to use the first point, so my y sub 1 will be -1. I have y minus -1 equals m, that's -1, times x minus x sub 1 I need to pick from the same point, so that would be 3. Now this is an equation of the line, but it's not in the form that we're looking for. We need to solve for y next. So let's simplify. We have y minus -1, so let's write that as y plus 1 equals -1 times x. -1 times -3 would be plus 3. Subtracting 1 from both sides, we have y equals the opposite of x plus 2. Now we're almost there. This is an equation in slope-intercept form, but it's not using function notation. So now we replace y with f of x. F of x equals the opposite of x plus 2. And now the equation is in the form that it was asked for.